So when I was 17, I lost my eye in a workplace accident, and since then, my life has been absolutely crazy. This is going to be me just going through my life story, my business story, again, how I got to the position where I am now. In the last 3 months, my business has earned over $100,000. And from the outside in, it might look like my life is perfect, but it really isn't. Only just 2 years ago, my dad passed away with cancer. Out of the blue, I got that dreaded phone call. When I was 16, I dropped out of high school, because I was smoking too much weed. I couldn't concentrate. I hated school. It wasn't for me. I hated the system. I just wanted to go surfing all day. I started a car wash business at the age of 18, right? With the help of my dad, I started a car wash business. I started washing cars every single day, trying to grow this business for myself, right? I actually grew that to 2 separate locations, but I was burnt out. I was 20 years old and I wanted to travel. I wanted to experience more of what the world had to offer. So I sold that business, right? But I did gain skills. I did gain some very valuable skills whilst growing that business. I started pursuing a passion for skydiving, and it actually led me to Australia, where I moved from New Zealand and started a skydiving career, jumping out of planes for a living. I was chasing this lifestyle dream. Yeah, I wanted money. Yeah, I wanted cars. I wanted to wear a nice watch and all that. But I was so depressed with losing my eye and with just the life I was living, that I just wanted to chase this instant gratification, right? The thrill of jumping out of planes it appealed to me, and the lifestyle of living that crazy rock star sort of life just appealed to me, and that's what I chased for a number of years. And then COVID-19 hit, right? And I remember I was down in Melbourne. I was working as a tandem instructor in Melbourne, Australia. And I remember seeing it on the news that this virus had broken out across the world, or across China, and that the borders were going to be shut. And I remember thinking, I need to get back to Sydney to be with my partner, to be with my partner who was by herself in Sydney. And I remember jumping in my van, driving 9 hours back to Sydney from Melbourne to be with her and to be essentially locked down in Sydney at that time. It was crazy. I lost my job in an instant, completely gone. My income was turned off, right? I didn't have any more income coming through. I was stressed about what to do. We were buying a house. We bought a house, right? I had a mortgage to pay, and I was in a position under a lot of pressure, especially because I wanted to provide for my family, right? So at this time, I remember sitting in my car at one point, like hands in my head, what am I going to do? I cannot rely on another person or another company to fill my bank every week, because obviously COVID-19 showed us it's unreliable. So I needed to figure out a way to build up this engine, to build up this wealth engine where I could start driving money into my bank account on my independent self, right? On my own, without having to worry about another company paying me week to week. I thought about this for a while. I was like, what am I going to do? My hands were in my head. I was sitting in my van going, this is it. Like, I need to think about something. What can I do? How can I earn money quickly with the skills that I already have? I realized I knew how to wash cars. I knew how to clean cars. I knew how to detail cars. I realized I'd started a car detailing business in the past. So that's what I'm going to do. I bought basic equipment. I probably spent about $300 to $500 on equipment, right? So I just started networking. I started telling everyone that I knew that I was starting a car detailing business. I started getting customers, quickly started getting customers. I built that business up, right? And it was thriving. It didn't take me long to get to $10,000 per month. Within 6 months, I was doing 10K per month. We were kind of classified as an essential service. Believe it or not, I kind of went into that gray area. So in New South Wales, Australia, they had essential services that could keep working during the lockdown. So I was classified, because I was a cleaner, as an essential service. So I was able to go out and start working and earning money detailing cars. So I quickly started earning cash, getting clients, networking, creating relationships. And it was amazing, right? I actually employed a full-time staff member by month 6. And then something crazy happened. Something really, really crazy happened, and just threw a complete spanner on everything. I'd already gone through, I've been through a lot of adversity, right? I lost my eye. I had to deal with that. At that point, I was depressed in my life. And then out of the blue, my business was thriving. I got a phone call, the dreaded phone call from my dad. He'd been diagnosed with cancer. Right. I was just like, what? Like, this doesn't happen to me. This happens to like people in the movies, right? This can't happen to me. Like, my business has just started to boom. I've got a house. I've got my beautiful, and I'm engaged to a beautiful partner. Like, this isn't like, what do you mean you got cancer? This has got to be a joke, right? But no, I'm telling you, this shit happens. Like, this shit's going to hit you in the face. And you really wake up to reality when you get phone calls like this. He had leukemia, is diagnosed with AML, acute myeloid leukemia. If you don't know what that is, it's a cancer in the blood. And it's very severe, very rapid, and it was very late when the diagnosis came through. I basically dropped everything, right? My staff member at the time took over the business and he was operating. I flew back to New Zealand, just completely dropped everything, flew back to New Zealand to be with him. I spent 3 months in New Zealand with my dad, best 3 months ever. But the business in Australia was starting to fall apart because I wasn't there managing it, right? I didn't put the systems in place to manage the business correctly, and it started to fall apart. And I basically just said to my staff member, don't, like, just leave it. Like, I'm shutting down until I move back. Okay. And then he passed away. After about 3 months, Dad passed away. The most intense period of my life. Went back into depression and sadness. I mean, I dealt with it, but as a male, you kind of just close up. You don't express yourself, right? So the way I dealt with it was different to, say, my sister, my younger sister, who really expressed her emotions. And for myself, I just closed up. Like, I went into this real intense moment. I just went inside my head, right? We kind of got finished up in New Zealand. We packed up. We moved back to Australia to continue my life, right? My life was over in Australia. We had a house. I had the business that I needed to come back to. I had the business. I needed to start earning money again. I hadn't been earning any cash while I was back home. The business was sort of running itself for a while. So I was getting some income, but eventually there came a time where I was like, I need to start this back up. There was a moment, right? So I was on the plane heading back to Australia, okay? And I was actually by myself on the plane because my partner Shelby, she'd already moved back to Australia previously. And I was on the plane and I was like thinking to myself, like, what more can life seriously throw at you? How do you prepare yourself for these situations where all of a sudden the closest person to you is gone? You know, you've got this business that's starting to fall apart. I've got a mortgage to pay. I wasn't really present in my relationship because all these distractions are happening all at once. And I was like sitting there on the plane, like, there needs to be a change. Like, I need to do something. I need to step up. And I remember listening to an audiobook by Matthew McConaughey. I think it's called Green Lights. And he talks about how he lost his father, and that when that happened, that safety net that he was so used to, that comfort zone that he was so used to being his father, was gone. Once my dad had gone, that safety net went with it. And I didn't feel like I had that safety net anymore. And I felt like I needed to step up. I felt like I'd been coasting for far too long in this comfort zone. Right? And as soon as Dad passed away, it was like the safety net was gone. And I was like, I'm out here on my own now. No one else is going to make this fucking happen but me. Right? I'm not going to rely on anyone else anymore. I'm the only one that can make this happen. And I realized that. And it was after reading this book, Green Lights, or listening to this book, that I fully related to his situation, that safety net is gone. And that was the moment that I told myself, I don't care what comes my way, I am going to become successful no fucking matter what. So I did. I got home, I worked my ass off on this car detailing business. I built it back up. I had 2 team members working for me, and we were thriving. We got it back up to like 20K a month, thriving, and I started posting online consistently. I started building up my social media presence. It was amazing. It's an amazing feeling. And to this day, I've just been working hard. Now I've actually transitioned to online business where I teach others how to start car detailing businesses, how to grow businesses for themselves, especially local service-based businesses, because that's my expertise. I've moved up the ladder, right? And that's what happens in business. You move up to the next level, right? Because if you're not growing in business, you're dying. A business that is stagnant is effectively dying because your competitors are going to outpace you. So if you're not growing, you're dying. So I realized this. I need to grow, and I need to grow mentally, physically, like with my business. Okay, so that's what I did. I moved up to the next level. The next level being now I've learned the information. I've learned the skills to grow a successful business. I now use those skills to help others grow successful businesses. So if you have been inspired by this by any means at all, this is all I'm trying to do is get vulnerable, expose myself, and just take you along the journey. Okay, if you found this valuable at all, I'm going to try to produce and release more videos that are just raw like this, explaining my journey, the process along the way, hopefully give you some valuable insights into what I'm doing, how I went from absolutely nothing to growing my car detailing business to now moving it into a new space where I actually help others grow their businesses, and then the whole back end and how it all works and operates, because there's a lot to it. These days, as a small business owner, you're not just, going out there and delivering the service or, fulfilling whatever it is, that product or service that you offer. You're actually wearing all these different hats. You have to be a content creator, you have to be a sales expert. You have to be good at closing deals over the phone. You have to be good at networking with people. You have to be good at actually doing the service. You have to be good at, marketing. There's just operations, like handling systems, managing a team. There's so many moving parts to building a successful business, and I'm going to try and just explain how I do it with my businesses. And if you're keen to learn, please subscribe, follow for more, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.